Hello students, welcome to One Education. So in our previous class I have discussed how the Europeans and the Portuguese sailor discovered New Sea Route, and in our today's class we will discuss about the advent of the English into India. That means how English came into India. So like Portuguese sailor, English were also adventurous in finding new sea routes. So Portuguese or nisna ki asile English bur adventurous asile. They always try to find new sea route. So in 1580 AD, Francis Drake. So Francis Drake was an English sailor, and he always circumnavigate the globe. That means he always keep on moving throughout the world to find new sea route to countries. In 1592 AD, Ralph Fitch, he was also an English sailor, and what happened? He tried to find out India and Burma and brought glory to his countrymen. So Ralph Fitch find out India and Burma, and for that reason he brought a new victory to his country so that they can have trade with India and Burma. Again in 1599 AD, another English sailor, his name was John Milden Hull. So John Milden Hull. So he got permission, he got permission from Queen Elizabeth to earn certain trade privileges from the Mughal Emperor Akbar. So at that time, India was ruled by Mughal Emperor Akbar, and John Milden Hull came to India from getting a petition letter from Queen Elizabeth to start trade in India. So Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of England, he gave permission to this company. Company means East India Company. So Queen Elizabeth gave this company permission to start trade starting from Cape of Good Hope to Magellan Strait of America for 15 years. So that means ki kwa hoise swa je. So Queen Elizabeth, she gave permission to this company to start a long sea route trade. Long sea route trade, that means from Cape of Good Hope to Magellan Strait of America for 15 years. So Queen Elizabeth, she gave permission to this company, that means East India Company, to keep on trade from Cape of Good Hope situated in South Africa to Magellan Strait of America for about 15 years. So for 15 years this company can conduct their trade relation from Cape of Good Hope to Magellan. So before starting trade, before arriving in India, so this company, before arriving in India, they had spice trade with countries like Sumatra, Java and Moluccas. So this East India Company, before arriving into India, this company carried out their old spice trade. Spice trade means Mosolar Banijja. So carried out their spice trade in the countries like Sumatra, Java and Moluccas, etc. Other countries was also there. So first East India Company, by getting permission from Queen Elizabeth, they started trade from Cape of Good Hope to Magellan Strait of America for 15 years, and before arriving into India, this company carried out spice trade in the countries like Sumatra, Java and Moluccas. So in 1608 AD, in 1608 AD, King James I So in 1608 AD, King James I sent an English merchant, Captain William Hawkins. So sent to whom? Captain William Hawkins. So in 1608 AD, King James I sent an English merchant into India, and his name was Captain William Hawkins, to start trade in India. And at that time, Mughal emperor was Jahangir. Okay, so for about 2 years, Captain William Hawkins stayed in India just to get permission from Jahangir, Mughal Emperor Jahangir, so that they can start their trade with India. But what happened? Mughal Emperor Jahangir rejected Captain William Hawkins' proposal. Okay, so কি কৰিছিলে 1608 AD King James I Captain Hawkinsক ইণ্ডিয়াত পঠাইছিলে তোমাৰ ট্ৰেড ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিবলৈ, আৰু সেই সময়ত আমাৰ ইণ্ডিয়াত মুঘল এম্পায়াৰ কোন আছিলে? জাহাংগীৰ আছিলে। Okay, so for about 2 years, Captain William Hawkins stayed in India just to get permission from Mughal Emperor Jahangir. But Jahangir rejected the proposal of Captain William Hawkins. So again in 1615 AD, King James I, okay, so previous king only, King James I, he again sent another merchant, and his name was Sir Thomas Roe. So in 1615 AD, King James I sent again an English merchant, Sir Thomas Roe, to get a contract signed by Mughal Emperor Jahangir. So in 1615 AD কি কৈছে? King James I again এজন ইংলিছ মাৰ্চেণ্ট পঠাইছিলে, তেওঁৰ নাম Sir Thomas Roe, to get a contract signed by Mughal Emperor Jahangir. So though Jahangir didn't sign any contract, যদিও Mughal Emperor Jahangir একো contract sign কৰা নাছিল, but still he gave permission to this company to have trade at Surat, to establish some factories at Surat. So it is the first time when the East India Company started their own factory in India at Surat. In 1715 AD, a delegation led by John Sherman came to India to contract a fresh proposal from the Mughal Emperor Farrukhsiyar. So in 1715, a delegation led by John Sherman came to India to contract a fresh trade from the Mughal Emperor Farrukhsiyar. So at that time, Mughal Emperor was Farrukhsiyar. So the delegation led by John Sherman accompanied a English surgeon, and his name was what? William Hamilton. So Farrukhsiyar যোনটো delegation India আনিছিলে, সেই delegationত এজন English surgeon আছিলে, আৰু তেওঁৰ নাম আছিলে William Hamilton. So William Hamilton cured Farrukhsiyar from a painful disease. So Farrukhsiyar কিছুমান disease আছিলে, আৰু সেই diseaseবোৰ কোনে cured কৰিছিলে? English surgeon William Hamilton. So as a reward for the medical service, okay, as a reward for the medical service, this company got 3 imperial firemen from the Mughal Emperor, okay, to conduct a free trade, to conduct a duty-free trade in Bengal, just for a payment of annual sum of rupees 3000. So কি কৈছিলে? যেহেতু উইলিয়াম হ্যামিল্টনে তোমাৰ ফাৰুখশ্বিয়াৰৰ বেমাৰটো ভাল কৰিছিলে, পেইনফুল ডিজিজটো কিউৰ কৰিছিলে, সো এজ এ ৰিৱাৰ্ড এটা পুৰস্কাৰ হিচাপে কি কৰিছিলে? তোমাৰ ফাৰুখশ্বিয়াৰে কোম্পানীটো কি দিছিলে? এটা পারমিশন দিছিলে টু হ্যাভ ডিউটি ফ্রি ট্রেড, দ্যাট মিন্স একো ট্যাক্স দিব নালাগে, টু কন্ডাক্ট ট্রেড ইন বেঙ্গল, just an annual payment of 3000 rupees অকল বছৰিকে পাৰ এনাম এটা 3000 rupees দিলে তেওঁলোকে কি কৰিব পাৰিছিলে ট্ৰেড কন্ডাক্ট কৰিব পাৰিছিলে again an additional rent okay so an additional permission was also given to them to this company and that additional permission was what they can have additional territory তেওঁলোকে additional territory to তেওঁলোকে ফ্যাক্টরি স্টার্ট কৰিব পাৰিব ট্ৰেড স্টার্ট কৰিব পাৰিব okay so in the what in the around the Calcutta so at a just for a minimum rent at a rent of তেওঁলোকে কি কৰিব পাৰিব so this company can run their trade around Calcutta and duty free trade in the Mughal Deccan so Mughal jikhini jagat asile Mughal Deccan hekhinit তেওঁলোকে একো ৰেন্ট দিব নালাগে অকল জিখিনি সাৰাউন্ডিং এৰিয়াজ আছে কলকাতাৰ তাত এটা এডিশনাল এটা ৰেন্ট দিলে তেওঁলোকে কি কৰিব পাৰিছিলে ট্ৰেড কন্ডাক্ট কৰিব পাৰিছিলে so because of this privileges granted to this company this fireman can be known as Magna Carta of the company so this company got some privileges from the Mughal Emperor Farrukh Shah and for that reason this imperial firemen were known as what Magna Carta so a company to jihotu kisuman privileges paisile tumar Mughal Emperor Farrukh Shah opra hei karone ki buli koa hoisile Magna Carta so Magna Carta of the company buli koa hoisile so though the British were primarily came to India to establish trade relation but their main ambition was to acquire the political power যদিও তেওঁলোকে ট্ৰেড কৰিবলৈ আহিছিলে কিন্তু তেওঁলোকৰ মেইন মোটিভ আছিল তোমাৰ কি India তেওঁলোকে political power established কৰিবলৈ they wanted to establish political power so and for that reason they took the advantages of the enmity and weakness of the ruling emperors at that time so তেওঁলোকে কি কৰিছিলে যেহেতু তেওঁলোকে বিচাৰিছিলে they wanted to establish political power so that they took the advantages at a profit loisile ki profit loisile because we all know the rulers buro mazot tumar ki thake olopman enmity thake eta hinkha bhab thake etu ruler hetu ruler logot bhal nohoy so the Britishers they were cunning তেওঁলোক বহুত cunning asile and for that reason they took the advantages a rulers buro ki Mughal emperors bur hok ba beleg rulers hok India jikhini rule kori asile তেওঁলোকৰ কি এজনটো enmity asile আৰু weakness asile he weakness to তেওঁলোকে কি কৰিছিলে এটা benefit loisile to establish trade relation in India the East India Company founded its trade center in Masulipatam in 1611 Masulipatam in 1611 so in 1611 the East India Company started their first trade center at Masulipatam from taking permission from the Sultan of Golconda so from taking permission from the king of Golconda Sultan of Golconda the East India Company started trade center at Masulipatam in 1611 again in 1636 the East India Company started another trade center at Armagao so in 1636 AD the East India Company started another trade center that means second trade center at Armagao in 1639 AD the East India Company made a treaty with the king of Sandagiri okay king of Sandagiri they made a treaty with the king of Sandagiri and shifted the trade center from Armagao to the nearby places of Madras okay so in 1639 AD কি কৰিছিলে East India Company তোমাৰ king of Sandagiri তেওঁ লগত এটা treaty sign কৰিছিলে and according to that treaty they shifted their second trade center from Armagao to nearby places of Madras, and later it was named as Fort St. George. So later second junto amar Armagaon junto trade center establish কৰাইছিলে হেতু again rename কৰিছিল আৰু কি দিছিলে নাম Fort St. George. So St. George. Since then Mumbai became the headquarter of the company. Okay, so তেতিয়াৰ পৰা মুম্বাই কি হৈছিলে কোম্পানীটোৰ হেডকোৱাৰ্টাৰ হিচাপে establish কৰা হৈছিলে. So in 1690 an English officer তেওঁৰ নাম আছিলে his name was Job Sarnoff. So Job Sarnoff, he acquired zamindari system over 3 villages, Kalighat. Now it is in Kolkata, then Sutanuti and Gobindapur. Through a treaty with the Nawab of Bengal in return for a payment of 1200 rupees per annum. So Karpa তেওঁলোকে zamindari system to লৈছিলে from Nawab of Bengal for an annual payment of 1200 rupees. So বছৰকে কি কৰিছিলে the a company give Nawab of Bengal 1200 rupees and they got the zamindari system. They acquired the zamindari over these 3 villages. So later these 3 villages originated as a Kolkata. Okay, so now it is Kolkata. Previously it was what? Calcutta. So these 3 villages together later on originated as Calcutta. Robert Clive. So Robert Clive was an ordinary English servant, but he was very diplomatic. So he was able to establish the colonial period in India within a very short period of time. So because Robert Clive was very clever, and for that reason within a very short period of time he colonized India. Okay, so for that reason he devised a scheme of expelling other European countries from India in the interest of his own country. So Robert Clive started expelling other European countries from India. যিবোৰ বেলেগ European countries বোৰ India trade কৰি আছিল তেওঁলোকক কি কৰিছিল ইণ্ডিয়াৰ পৰা উলাই দিছিলে and in the interest of their own companies, so that অকল তেওঁলোকৰ কোম্পানীটোৱে কি কৰে India trade চলাব পাৰে. Okay, so for this reason he made friendship with the other rulers of the country either by friendship or through war. So Robert Clive কি কৰিছিলে he tried to earn friendship কৰিবলৈ কি বিচাৰিছিলে যিবোৰ ruling king আছিলে তেওঁলোকৰ লগত friendship start কৰিছিলে either by war or by good will. হয়তো ভাল সম্পৰ্ককৈ হক friendship কৰিছিলে নহলে by war যুদ্ধৰে হলেও তেওঁলোকক কি কৰিছিলে kings বুৰক তেওঁলোকৰ মানে আন্ডাৰত আনিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰিছিলে. So the Nawab of Bengal, Nizam of Hyderabad, King of Oudh and King of Rajputana, etc. they maintained they had a friendly relation with this company and had to surrender their authority. So ebur kings enoka Nawab of Bengal hok, Nizam of Hyderabad, King of Oudh, King of Rajputana, etc. ebur ki korisile company logot friendship establish korisile aru ki korisile তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ যেটো অথৰিটি যেটো পাৱাৰ আছিল হেতু কি কৰিছিল কোম্পানীৰ আগত সাৰেন্ডাৰ কৰিছিল. So from the period of Robert Clive, okay, from the period of the Robert Clive to general governorship of Lord Dalhousie, the British period can be divided into 2 administrative parts. Okay, so Robert Clive পৰা start কৰি general governorship Lord Dalhousie সময়লৈকে আমি English by Indian period to. Okay, so Indian period to আমি দুটা Indian administration to দুটা ভাগত আমি ভগাব পাৰো. First all downfall of the Mughal emperor. So first কি আছিল downfall of so etu তোমালোকৰ এটা বুকত exercise questionও আছে. So আমি যি ইংলিছবোৰে যিখিনি ৰুলিং পিৰিয়ড আছিলে ফ্ৰম ৰবাৰ্ট ক্লাইভ টু লৰ্ড ডেলহাউসি সেই পিৰিয়ডটো আমি দুটা ভাগত আমি ভগাব পাৰোঁ ফাৰ্ষ্ট ইজ ডাউনফল অফ দি মুঘল এম্পায়াৰ কি হৈছিলে প্ৰথম অৱস্থাত ডাউনফল হৈছিলে এণ্ড ছেকেণ্ড হ'ল ষ্টাৰ্ট অফ চিপয় মিউটিনি in 1857 okay so period to ami duta bhagot bhogwam eta hol tumar first hol downfall hoisile jetia robert clive asile sei homoy tumar ki hoisile lahe lahe mughal empire to downfall obole start korisile and ultimately delhousie period or loke ki hoisile again start of sepoy mutiny means Sepoy mutiny আমি পিছত অলপ next topic আমি discuss কৰিম about Sepoy mutiny so Sepoy mutiny was actually an Indian revolt okay India মানুহবোৰে কি কৰিছিল এটা revolt start কৰিছিল against the British so in the first phase okay that means downfall of the Mughal empire so during that phase the English dethroned the Indian rulers unified the scattered divisions and started central administration so first phase at ki korisile Indian rulers burok dethrone korisile that means ruler pra ulai dia hoisile unified scattered that means jibur bhag hoi asile divisions bur he division bur English bure mane lock korisile unified korisile and they started what central administration okay it is in the first phase so in the second phase at kisile just to give a welfare measure to the British okay so they tried to improve the Indian administration and for that reason they neglected the Indians the mindset of the they neglected the welfare of the Indian and for that reason what resentment among the Indians started and they started what revolution against the British so second phase at ki hoisile tumar just to give welfare to the British okol British or welfare kotha chinta korar karone ki hoi gol Indians bur they felt neglected and the resentment the mind of the Indian people started what revolution against the British and ultimately the British had to quit India